All right, let's get right into it. If you're in sales or marketing, you've probably been there. You pour your heart into a resume, you send it out, and you hear nothing but crickets. Well, today, we're going to flip that script. We're going to transform your resume from just a list of responsibilities into a powerful business case that uses the one language every hiring manager understands: results.
So let me just put on my hiring manager hat for a second. Picture this. I've got a mountain of resumes on my desk, and I need to make a decision, fast. What am I actually looking for? It's not the fancy fonts, it's not some super creative layout. I am looking for one thing and one thing only: proof. Proof that you can make a real impact.
And that's where we hit the big problem, right? So many talented people think a really unique visual resume is what's going to make them stand out. But honestly, in the world of sales and marketing, that's usually a mistake. Let's break down exactly why that creative approach might be the very thing holding you back.
Okay, this right here, this is a huge mindset shift you've got to make. Stop thinking of your resume as some kind of artistic canvas. It's not. It's a business proposal. It's your one-page argument for why a company should invest its time and money in you.
I mean, look at this. The difference is just black and white. On the left, you've got this passive statement, responsible for. That tells me what was on your to-do list. But on the right, that tells me what you achieved. It's active, it's specific, and it has numbers I can actually grab onto. Now, which one do you think is going to get my attention?
And here's the thing. Before your resume even lands in front of a person like me, it has to get past the first hurdle, the robot. Applicant tracking systems, or ATS, are scanning for keywords and, you guessed it, data. Then, if you make it past the robot, you get to me, and I'm probably giving it less than 10 seconds on the first pass. In both cases, numbers are your ticket to the next round.
So how do you make sure your resume can talk to both a robot and a human? Well, you use the universal language of business, and that language is built on two key ideas: ROI and KPIs. This is how you translate what you do into the value you create.
And this is so important. ROI and KPIs are not just corporate buzzwords you throw around. They are the cold, hard proof of your contribution. ROI shows the actual return, the profit a company got from your work. And KPIs are the specific numbers you moved, like how many leads you generated or how much you increased sales. They make your value totally undeniable.
This quote just nails it. Instead of wowing recruiters with design, wow them with data. Seriously, the most beautiful resume in the world can't hold a candle to one single powerful stat that proves you can help a business grow. Data is the real wow factor.
Okay, now for the fun part. And trust me, you don't need to be a data scientist to pull this off. There's a simple, incredibly powerful formula you can use to reframe every single accomplishment on your resume to make it pop. Let's break it down.
Here it is. It's just 3 parts: action verb plus metric plus result. You start with a strong verb that shows you actually did something. Words like increased, generated, led. Then you hit them with a specific number. That's your metric. And finally, you connect it to the business result. You tell them why that number mattered.
You know, theory is one thing, but seeing it work is so much better. Let's take that exact formula and plug in a real-world example from a sales role.
Just look at this beautiful sentence. The action verb is exceeded. The metric is by 20%. And the result? A massive $1.2 million in revenue. A sentence like this tells a complete story. It tells me you're not just someone who meets goals, you're a revenue driver who blows right past them.
And when a hiring manager is just scanning a page, a number like that, $1.2 million, it just leaps out. That's not just a detail, it's a headline. It's the kind of number that makes someone stop scanning and start paying very close attention. Now, this formula isn't just for sales reps, it's super versatile. So let's look at how you can tweak it for a marketing role compared to a sales role. Because even though the day-to-day work might be different, that core principle of showing measurable impact, it's exactly the same.
Check out these transformations. For a marketer, ran a rebranding campaign becomes led a rebranding campaign that boosted brand awareness by 35%. For a sales rep, a vague phrase like good at keeping clients becomes this powerhouse. Maintained a 92% customer retention rate, contributing to $500K in recurring revenue. See? Specific, valuable, and just impossible to ignore.
And you can pull metrics from all over the place to tell your story. Did your SEO work increase website traffic? You better believe that 60% increase should be on there. Did you grow the revenue in your sales territory? An 18% jump is a huge deal.
Or maybe your email campaigns boosted the conversion rate. A 25% lift is fantastic. These are the numbers that really matter.
So as we start to wrap this up, the big idea here is simple, but it is truly transformative. You have to stop hiding your greatest accomplishments behind vague language. It's time to put your data front and center and, well, let your numbers do the talking for you. This is really what I want you to walk away with. Your achievements are the proof that you can do the job. But the numbers are the language that everyone in business speaks. When you put those two together, you get a resume that isn't just glanced at, it gets remembered. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Go pull up your current resume, look at it line by line, and ask yourself, what story are my numbers telling right now? And, more importantly, what story could they tell? It's time to go find out.